Hello, everyone, my friends. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Juan Llerena, and I have a guest today. Her name is Catherine Tran. Catherine is the executive director of an organization called the Immigrant Entrepreneur Summit. And the reason why we're doing this video and I invited Catherine is because there is an event coming up that I think is very important for us to support, to help spread the word out, possibly attend or invite other people to participate. But I don't want to kind of say too much about that. I want to save that for Catherine. So Catherine, welcome. Thank you so much for giving me some of your time to share with our community here, the entrepreneurial community here in Minnesota, about your event coming up. So please tell us who you are, what you do, and what this event is all about.
Yeah, thank you so much, Juan. Thank you for having me. I'm very honored to be here with you and excited to be able to share about the event. So, as you said, I am the executive director for a nonprofit organization called the Immigrant Entrepreneur Summit. I've only been on since 2019, and the organization itself started in 2008. So, it's been a long time that it's been running. However, in 2019, we actually opened up the Minnesota Summit. So prior to that, its main footprint is in Des Moines, Iowa, and then we spread out throughout the different regions in the Midwest. So we now host a regional conference in the Twin Cities as well as in the Quad Cities, and we're happy to be there. So this will be our fourth in-person event in the Twin Cities.
Yeah, thank you, Catherine. Yeah, that is really exciting. I have some information about the event coming up. The location is going to be in the city of Bloomington at the Base Camp Leadership Center on Friday, May 31st, 2024. So it's toward the end of the week. There's no real excuse not to attend. There's a lot of good reasons why you should participate. Tickets can be grabbed at the IESusa.org, as you can see there. So I'll keep that information rolling. Actually, Catherine, I wanted to also share that, this important is kind of very close to my heart. I'm an immigrant myself. I'm very interested into entrepreneurship. I do really understand the value of community connections, and all of this, which in many cases for new immigrants is lacking or is difficult even to navigate or understand. So in my own humble opinion, the Immigrant Entrepreneur Summit, it does bring a lot of good discussions, a lot of good resources, but it also, I think it helps us put immigrants, entrepreneurs on the spotlight, with the contributions that we also make to the economy, right? Like we all are here for a reason. And I like to think that entrepreneurship is that way of, living my American life, my dream life here in America through living the kind of life that I want, doing the things that I love, that I have a passion for. And I know you do really have a lot of passion for what you do here in the entrepreneurial community. So Catherine, tell us a little bit, how this Immigrant Entrepreneur Summit, it kind of got started, and why it exists.
Yeah, excellent question. So it got started, as I said, in 2008, really as an initiative among immigrant entrepreneurs themselves who are seeing in their own communities some struggles, right? That a lot of these businesses were facing, and there are many reasons for that. So there could be economic reasons. There could be just an understanding, like there's different practices in the U.S. for doing businesses than there might be in their countries of origin. There's certainly sometimes language barriers, cultural barriers, and access barriers in general. So the idea of the organization and the founders was really to uplift these new businesses, these developing and new businesses that were immigrant-led, immigrant-run, so that they can also be successful. And I think, at least recent research shows that immigrants in the U.S. are 80% more likely than the native-born counterparts to create business. So it's a big group of people who are looking to form and run their business. And we, of course, want them to be successful because it impacts our communities and it impacts just their families as well, right? And their life outcome.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's absolutely true. Not only that, but also like small businesses are like the ones that are powering, the economy in the country. So it's a really big force out there, and it only kind of helps everybody out. Like it helps, it propels like local communities, and it just pretty much touches anybody, in the community, regardless of like their background,
Right.
which or anything. It's just kind of bringing everybody up. So, what is the theme for this year, Catherine?
So the theme for this year, the highlight during the luncheon will be on trailblazers. So we're going to highlight some immigrant entrepreneurs who are focused on the ones that have created like new steps in their industry, right? So we obviously know that among immigrant entrepreneurs, there are a lot that are in kind of what is more, I suppose, traditional industries such as food, construction, beauty, that sort of thing. But we wanted to highlight those that are more in professional service or other industries that are not as represented among the immigrant communities, and really to show that there are possibilities out there outside of what people mostly associate with among immigrant entrepreneurs and immigrant-owned businesses. So just really highlighting that there are paths forward to doing business differently. So yeah, I see the website that you're
Yeah, just kind
showing.
of scrolling a little bit through it, just kind of looking at some of the scheduled workshops. So yeah, tell us a little bit about, like who is this designed for, and yeah,
Yeah,
what kind of
yeah.
sessions we're gonna have.
Yes, absolutely. So the workshops are very much designed for entrepreneurs that are in the early phases of starting a business. They might have not formally even have established their business. I would say all the way to about 5 years is our target audience for these. But of course, everybody is welcome to attend the workshops. There are breakout sessions. So if you click on them, it will uncollapse some of the sessions, and it will tell you a bit more on those workshops. But really, it is meant to encourage people who are in different industries to come attend, and then just depends on the phase of your business and your business needs. These workshops are really meant to support you in that stage of your business. And then in what we would call our general sessions, those are where everybody comes together. So that's where we get to celebrate the immigrant profiles. That's where we'll hear some of the panel speakers on different business resources. So if you're an immigrant looking for, where do I go next? Or I have a problem with my business, where do I go to? Who do I talk to? Really, that's the big value of our summit, is that we bring all these people together. So one aspect of the summit is going to be our exhibit tables, where we'll have resources from all sorts of for-profit, nonprofit, and governmental agencies that are going to be there. So they want to talk to immigrant entrepreneurs and business owners so that they can tell them about some of those resources that they can access.
Wonderful. Thank you, Catherine. Yes, and for sure, like I like to, be like very transparent. This video is not sponsored by anybody. Really, it's with intention to share, the good information, the good opportunities that there exist out there. I think, the event, as already Catherine explained, it brings a lot of value with the different seminars and workshops and like experts that are going to be there that can help you solve your questions, or, like help you advance your business, whatever the problem is. And then there's also like the resources that she already explained, but also like the value of the community. and that's, it's kind of difficult to put a number to, what that is, but a community can help in so many ways. It can be like cheerleading there for you. It can be like a sounding board to, test proof your idea, or it can be that word of advice as well, where you can find good connections and where you can find mentorship.
Right.
Where, like entrepreneurship, it can be very lonely, but there are like ways now where we can be connected, like luckily through like the digital technology and in this stage of age that we live in. But like there's this still in-person opportunity that I think it really helps you gap apparent differences, and to just be there with people talking. I think this is a great opportunity. So I wanted to make sure that people knew that community is a big part, and it's a big
Absolutely.
community. Together we can do more, even with the little grain of sand that we do every day with how we make the solve problems. Everybody together we can always do more. So Catherine, please, like if as we're kind of wrapping things up here, please, an invitation to for people to attend at this event, and tell us a little more about like the tickets, or how it all kind of works out.
Yes, absolutely. So the event, as Juan mentioned, is on May 31st, and it is a full day conference essentially. So registration starts at 8:30, where people will come in, get the program book, start to network, and then the program itself kicks off at 9 a.m. With different workshop sessions in between, and then the luncheon will happen, which will be a great panel discussion and highlighting those immigrant entrepreneurs. And then there's a workshop afternoon session, and then everything closes at about 3:30. So the best way to get tickets for the event is just to go to our website, www.iesusa.org. It will take you to our main page, and then there's the link to the Minnesota Regional, which can be found there. So once you get onto that page, you just click register. It will take you to the form below, and you can register there. I do also want to say that we're happy to also support immigrant entrepreneurs that are just starting out their business. So for those that are in that situation where they started their business last year or are starting their business, please reach out to me via email, Catherine@iesusa.org. I'm happy to extend some complimentary tickets to people.
Oh, wonderful. That's a good surprise, Catherine. Thank you so much for thinking of that. And to me, it's a no-brainer proposition. I think the ticket is well worth the money, and, they're putting a lot of work. There's a lot of volunteers. I happen to collaborate a little bit as well. But, there's a lot of people really involved through, with this, putting a lot of time, resources, effort, and passion. So please support it. We're always talking about like, collaborating. We're talking about, helping the communities,
Yes.
pass information around. Sometimes we see good opportunities that come our way and we just don't share them, and so now this is your opportunity. There's no excuse. You were looking for a signal. This is it. I hope to see you there. I plan to be there as well on May 31st, 2024 for the IES Minnesota Regional. So thank you, Catherine. We'll be in touch pretty soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Juan.
Bye-bye.
Bye.